Hey everyone, hope you're getting on alright with your first draft of your non-chronological report. I've just quickly nicked up a spag lesson because people were commenting on the classroom about wanting to look at dashes for their next paragraph. So I've set out this work here just to quickly go through it. Now dashes can be used in two different ways. They can be used as an information tag. If you sort of think back to when we did question tags at the end of within at the end of sentences within the classroom, it's sort of the same really, but you're just not asking a question, you're just adding more information at the end of a sentence. And as parentheses, so in a way they're a bit like formal brackets. You can think of them like that. So if we look at these examples here on the info tag, I've put a sentence here. Mr. Barker demands one thing from his pupils: attention. Now if I read that as it is, Mr. Barker demands one thing from his pupils: attention, it doesn't quite make sense. If I add a hyphen, sorry, not a hyphen, a dash in that sentence somewhere, I will help it make the sense that I want to make. So remember, it's an information tag is the way I'm looking at it. So I've tagged on the end of the sentence a bit more information. So let's just have a look. It says, Mr. Barker demands one thing from his pupils. That part of the sentence makes sense by itself. I've got the noun and I've got the the subject and the predicate in there. The attention is the extra bit of information that I want to put inside my sentence. So if I put myself a dash there, Mr. Barker, this is how it now reads. Mr. Barker demands one thing from his pupils. Pause. Attention. And what I'm saying is that's what I demand from my pupils. Okay? So with that idea then, using this sort of info tag, where would the dash, I keep calling them hyphens, where would the dash go in this sentence? Pause the video, have a go and see if you are correct. Okay, so let's read the sentence as it is. It won't make sense. Nothing in the sea is deadlier than the shark, 290 pounds of muscle and teeth. What? Too much information there. So what is my subject and what is my predicate? Nothing in the sea is deadlier than the shark. And then it's got 290 pounds of muscle and teeth. So if I put my dash there, what I've now got is my main clause, and then I've got my info tag at the end. The difference that we've got here is that the info tag here is just one word, and the information tag on the end of this sentence is a bit more information. 290 pounds of muscle and teeth. So let's read that sentence as it now should be. Nothing in the sea is deadlier than the shark. 290 pounds of muscle and teeth. Excellent. Look over here then, this is a different way that we can use it. This is like your posh brackets. So you sort of more formal way of using brackets. So we have an example, you are my friend, my best friend, so we should do the project together. Here, imagine there should be brackets somewhere. Where would I put them? Well, I'm thinking you are my friend, and remember my brackets go over a part I can take away from the sentence. So you are my friend, so we should do the project together. That is my main clause. This bit here, my best friend, is my added in clause, my subordinate clause I've put in there. So I could put brackets around my best friend, but I want it to sound a bit posher, a bit more formal. So if I put dashes around that part, you are my friend, my best friend, so we should do the project together. Okay, same as we did over here. Pause the video, see if you can do this sentence here. The octopus classified as a mollusk can fit inside tiny nooks and crannies. Okay, so if we have a look, which part of the sentence makes sense by itself? The octopus can fit inside tiny nooks and crannies. That is my subject and this is my predicate. So this section, classified as a mollusk, could then be my parenthesis. Okay, the octopus, classified as a mollusk, can fit inside tiny nooks and crannies. I'm going to be setting this for your work as well. It's just some quick SATs questions that you would get inside a test. I think I've put 5 on here, 6 in fact, that are very similar. They are all info tags or parentheses, posh brackets that have been used as well. Okay, so have a go on that for me. So let's move back onto our project then that we're doing. So this is just the start of what I did yesterday, the Great Barrier Reef, and now moving on to the next section. I want everybody to write their next section on marine life, so the life that we've got underneath the water. I've done some research and I've used this website here. I'll put a tag, what do I call it? Link, there you go, link onto the work that I'm going to set for you, so you can then come onto this website. And I've just scrolled down to the marine animals. Above it there are marine plants as well, so you can also do plants and animals together underneath this section, marine life, because it all works together. And then I've just used the information that I've got from this website to write my own section on in my non-chronological report. Hopefully you've used the Attenborough website and those videos that I pointed you to on Monday, and now you've got the information that you can then put inside this section. Look as well, I've got 3 paragraphs in this section because I've got 3 different ideas. I've not just got one big fat paragraph thinking that I've now got marine life as a section. I still need my paragraphs inside this section. So if I read this to you, this section is not complete. I can still carry on with this section. I've just started it off, and I don't want to carry on and on and on and on and finish it. I want you to try and have a go at finishing it yourself. Okay, so there are a smorgasbord. Now I've got a different word there for a range of. So smorgasbord means range of. There are a smorgasbord of species whose habitats are located within the Great Barrier Reef. And then look, I've got myself an information tag at the end of this sentence. Vertebrates and invertebrate alike. The reef itself, as aforementioned, what that means is the reef, I've mentioned it before, the Great Barrier Reef up here. So the reef itself, as aforementioned, is a living organism. I could put, if I wanted to, dashes instead of commas in this section. However, because I've used a dash in this sentence beforehand, I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to use just commas in this sentence. Okay. Most interestingly, the reef is home to a range of relationships whereby an animal lives near and helps another animal. For example, the blue streak cleaner wrasse. This is the sort of information that I got from that website, is a tiny fish who has managed to take itself off the menu of larger predators by offering a cleaning service. This is actually true. This fish eats the algae formed on other animals, such as the grouper or fearsome moray eel. This relationship is called a symbiotic relationship. So what I mean by that, a symbiotic relationship is one animal helps another animal and they don't kill each other. Okay, simple as that. It also works in plant life as well. It's like bees and flowers. The bees are helping the flowers because they're pollinating the flowers, and the flowers are helping the bees because they're giving it the nectar. Okay, so that's a symbiotic relationship again. As much as it is beautiful, the reef is also a deadly place teeming with ingenious ways of hunting. The cone snail, classified as a mollusk, so I got that idea from that example before, sneaks up on resting fish and drugs them with a paralysing chemical. Then it swallows the fish whole, killing it in the process with a shot of poison. I could then carry on from loads of different animals that live there. I've got the turtle that lives there, dolphins, whales, sharks, octopus, so many animals that live there that I can write about. I'm not going to write about them all because I'll be here forever. I'm just going to write about the things that I find most interesting. So this paragraph, this section should be around 4 or 5 paragraphs long. This first one, I've just introduced what marine life is. That's only, well, what's that, 2 sentences, and then I've moved into types of animals that live there. You might want to split it up into plants and then animals. You might want to split it up into vertebrates and invertebrates, or predators and prey. It's totally up to you how you want to split this up. Have a good fun with it. Have some good fun with it. If you don't know something about an animal, or you think you could probably add a bit more information, have a go at researching it. And there's so much information on there. Loads of YouTube videos, loads of websites. What I search for, if I just show you, I would search for Great Barrier Reef animals, and then I will put KS2, key stage 2, okay, and then that would then bring up animals, websites, and also videos that you could go on as well, just for people in year 5 and 6 as well. All right, good luck with it. Post your pictures on Google Classroom. It's looking really good so far. Some really good attempts at the introductions, and people who have posted their research on there as well. That's looking fantastic. I'm glad you get your teeth involved in this project because it's going to look amazing by the end of it. Remember, if you really want to spice things up, you could draw and use captions and also labels as well. So in this section, I might draw myself the cone snail, and then labelled parts of the cone snail as well to go with this section here. All right, good luck with it.